Hey Ewans, welcome back to my channel. It's Winnie BLV, Mouth of the South. No intro, no outro, just this hoe. Coming up in this video, we're going to take a quick look at the MCM Rockstar VANITY case. I can't ever remember that. So that's coming up, stick around. But first, let's chat. It is the weekend, time for me to get out of this house. Other than walking around the block, I usually don't do much because, you know, the pandemic. I wear this Coach mask that I got back in the spring or maybe even the beginning of summer. I absolutely love it. It's very thin, it's washable, and you can also put a filter in there, and it was just 18 bucks. However, I do want a new mask. I know, it's the craziest thing. Like, would I have ever thought a year ago, you know what's on my wish list? This pack of masks. But I really do. I'm going to put a picture of them up here. It's the Lacoste with a little alligator. That's why I wore this shirt today. And two, I have a story for you that's cute. Not real funny, but it is cute. Anyway, I don't wear this shirt a lot because the collar, it's wonky. I'll just say it. It gives me a fit. But anyhow, these Lacoste masks are gorgeous. I like them. And they come in a pack of 3, but here's the clincher. They're 50 bucks. So I paid 18 for the Coach one. And that was pretty good. But I guess if you, I get it, like, there's 3 in there, so that's about the price. I get it, but it's just the whole wallop of 50 bucks for masks, you know. And also, I don't know how much, but Ralph Lauren is coming out with a set of, or their, you know, masks or whatever. I think they said they'll unveil them in fall or start selling them in fall. They've already unveiled them on the site. It just says coming soon. So I don't know. And they have every color, girl. They have every colorway, stripes, like madras, like different checks, plaid, gingham, like everything. I love those too. I'll probably just stick with old trusty here. Oh, to Yoda, thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. Ha! That was cringy as heck. That's why I did it. That, and I have a serious need to be the center of attention. I don't know if y'all can tell. Back when I was a kid, I used to live summers in Ohio, and then I used to come down to Tennessee and go to school. In the summertime, I lived with my aunt and uncle in Ohio and got to see a bunch of my other family. And then in the school year, I'd come down here and go to school and then go right back. It was fun. And then I would stay with my grandmother. Most of the time, I lived with my grandma. Quick story about my grandma, because August is her birthday month. And it's not a particularly funny story. It's just something that I like to tell. My grandma was thrifty. She really did not want to spend money on one thing. You heard she was very, very tight with her money. That's just who she was. Not that she had much of it, but what little bit she did have, she held on to it, okay? Bear that in mind. In Ohio, though, my aunt, she was fancy. Like, she could be fancy and then she could also be tough, but she liked nice things, and I love that about her. I think that's where I got my love for nice things. But anyhow, she took me to a really nice department store. This was my 6th grade year going into my 7th, so the summer between. And she bought me Izod Lacoste. Back then it was called Izod Lacoste, both names. You guys remember that? I think I'm telling that right. But then they broke up, and apparently Lacoste got to take the alligator. It belonged to them, and poor Izod got sequestered to just the outlet malls. Anyhow, she decided that she was going to buy me 3, it was a pair of pants, a mini skirt, I will never forget it, girl, and 3 Izod, like, collared polo knit shirts. I thought I was the bee's knees. I came back here just singing a tune, honey. Well, so I hadn't gone through puberty yet, so unfortunately all I could wear those It was just most of my 7th grade year, because in 8th grade year, and I will insert a picture here. Here's little tiny me in 7th grade. Okay. Yeah, she was tiny, flat-chested. Okay, little baby. Then this happened, and she grew up. So in between those years, I couldn't wear those fancy clothes anymore, and I cherished them so much. I loved them, and it broke my heart. So I lived with my grandmother at that time. And my grandmother, I told her, I mean, it was a necessity. She would not have taken me shopping unless it was, but, back then kids got birthday, back to school, and Christmas. And that was it. Not like today, my kids say, oh, I can't wear my sneakers. They're worn out. We run and buy them, whatever. But that was not, you got those 3 times a year, point blank period, the end. You weren't getting, no ma'am. I had those 3 outfits. I wore them, and then out of sheer necessity, because, she grew up, I had to have new clothes to go into my 8th grade year. I will never, ever forget this story. It's so cute and so sweet. Anyhow, my grandmother took me to JCPenney's and Sears. She was not taking me to any department store or high-end. No, ma'am. We wasn't getting Ralph Lauren or any of those little fancy Lacoste. No. You heard, she wasn't even springing for the Tigra or whatever, or the little hush puppy from Penny's. She was not. No, ma'am. So she bought me, I'll never forget it, she bought me 3 different shirts that had the collar, and they were the knit shirts. They were kind of generic, but, kind of like a polo or an Izod or a Lacoste shirt. I didn't think anything else about it. I knew that was all she's getting, honey. So, all right, fast forward to my first day of school. I hadn't tried the clothes on. I hadn't even been back to the clothes since we bought them previously in that summer, because number one, you didn't wear your school clothes, maybe to church, but you wasn't wearing them school clothes until what? School was in, right, sucker? School's in, sucker. So anyhow, my first day of school, I go to my closet or drawer, I can't remember, to get one of those shirts. Girl, you are not going to believe what my grandma did. She painstakingly removed the alligator, yes, from those shirts that I grew out of, and sewed them onto those generic tops. What? That's how she was. She was not going to spend money. She was the kind of person, you went to the store and you said, oh, Grandma, buy me this. And she said, now put that back. We can go to the thrift store and buy 10 of those for $1. That's how she was. But she could sew. And she sure did want me to be in some nice clothes. I mean, that is the sweetest, right? Are y'all over there like, what? It's kind of similar to the Dolly Parton coat of many colors. And when I got to school, we had to dress out for gym. And them haters gonna hate. Those girls was on me like, those aren't actually, you could tell they were, and you could tell my grandmother did that, but, what are you gonna do? Bitches gonna be bitches. But it was a nice story. I can appreciate it now, whereas back then I was probably a brat. And this little bag, the MCM Rockstar VANITY, I don't know how to say that, case, vanity case, or bag. So as you see, I will give you the measurements. It is 8 inches across through here, 4 inches this way, and it's just a little over 4 inches this way. I will tell you some pros and cons about this bag. I personally don't love this. I don't like this on any bag. Double zips. I get it. It's fancy and luggage does that, but even on luggage, I'm gonna pull one over the side and just deal with one, because she does not have time to be messing with 2. That is one of my definite cons about this bag. I love this bag though. Don't get it twisted. She is great in every way. The blue strap. I love this. As you saw the other day, very versatile. You can put it on other bags. I like that about it too. But yeah, this blue, girl, love it. Let's put the strap down. Here's another, I don't know if this is a pro or con. Pro to the bag is that these little stays or whatever inside the bag, you see them? They can actually be removed, not removed, but you can take them out of the position that they're in. But look, I mean, the bag was open that much. With them off, she's not going very far without them. So, I mean, I think we were right here. And now we're, come on. It's still kind of, yeah. But anyhow, it's got a little pocket in there. It's got your little MCM here, your MCM placard. And then, how cute is this? The front, can you guys see it? Is a little tiny leather pocket like a card holder. So you just put your cards in the front and go. I love that. So let me show you the way that I stuff her. I'm going to get all of this stuff in this bag, girl. So you can stack them in there like that. The card holder I put in the little bitty like pocket in the back. Haven't used the little card holder up here, but I gotta be honest with you, I really didn't know that was there until recently. But it's got my 4-key. We've got my checkbook or pocket organizer. I don't know what you call this thing. It has a clay, and I even got my agenda in here. So all of that fits in there like that, kind of Tetris-y, and then it will zip comfortably. Nothing's like poking out. It's not too tight. It's just right. Now, I also noticed that I don't really take my agenda everywhere. I like to take it in my big stuff. But girl, if you wanted to take your 15 toiletry or a pochette, a mini, you could do that too in place of that. Depending on what all you have in your mini. But perfecto. So perfect. Let's take out the mini and replace it with the 15. That's a little tricky. If I'm going to leave everything in there, I have to put it upside down. And that's fine. It will go upside down, but it's still just a little snug in there. I'd probably take one thing out and then sort of lean them if you wanted to. It fits in there snugly. Just sort of lean it down and voila. The only other con that I have, and this is the only thing, when I wore it out last weekend, it does sort of, you kind of like, you don't realize that it pokes out as much as it does because it's 4 inches this way. It's not like your, you know, pochette accessoire that's flat, or even a pochette matisse, which is a lot flatter than this, but it just is, it juts out a little bit. So you are kind of, I kind of wore it to the front. So kind of, if you wear it to the side though, you will be, oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry, sir. Not that you're that close to people. We shouldn't be, but you know, my people, I ran into my people and the cart and stuff like that when we were shopping. So just something to bear in mind. You could shoulder it, and you could also, you know, top handle this, which is such a cute thing. And I was saying last week, if you wanted to, you could use it as just a vanity or take it on trips and put it in your luggage. But it's far too cute to hide away. I think it needs to be seen. But yeah, if you wanted to put some toiletries and stuff like that. But this stuff inside is like a microfiber suede feel to it. So I would not want to mess that up. It's not wipeable at all. So I think vanity is, it's pushing it a little bit. I would get something that's wipeable if you were going to use, or you know, need a vanity to travel with, a vanity case. I mean, or to sit on your, sit in your bathroom and put stuff in. It's cute and it's a flex, let me tell you, but I think this thing is awesome. But yeah, you can put these little things back down, and then you can only, you can still get in there and pull your stuff out, even with the stuff clasped. So very versatile. Someone did ask me to do a review of this bag and show it, and I was more than happy to, because she needs to be seen and heard, girl. I just want to pop on real quick and share it with you. I have seen this bag everywhere. When you Google Rockstar Vanity, MCM Rockstar Vanity case, she comes up in red. It comes up in this beautiful white with just black lettering and the black zipper, which is gorgeous. Pink, I've seen it in rose gold. I've seen it in shiny silver. I have seen this in gray. I mean, all black. The brown color that you see it. I've also seen it in the brown color, but it has the different colored, like this one. So it has sort of a rainbow MCM effect on it too. So it's available. You just have to look. If you want this particular color, I don't see these as much, but I've seen a couple for sale on Mercari and I think Poshmark. They wanted a little bit for them too, but they were brand new. I saw a couple and they were brand new. So they're out there. I haven't seen this retail anywhere else except when I bought it on Saks Off 5th. But I think Satire has this in black or red. That's Cettire. I think I saw one available on there, but they're out there. I needed to check the MCM website. I don't think there is one showing on there right now, but that's worth a shot. Thank you guys for joining me today. I hope you have a fabulous weekend. I'll see you back here, I don't know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, somewhere around there. I don't even know what day it is anymore. Who knows? Who cares? They're all running together. Have a great one though, and listen, girl, if y'all see my husband though, don't tell him nothing. Bye. Oh God, these kegels are so hard, girl.